I'm Trisha, the Bachelor producer at Access, and we have two very special guests, Miss Corinne. Woo! Hi. I'm privileged and honored, and Fedotowsky-Manno.
Hey, I'm privileged and honored to meet the Corinne.
Oh my gosh.
Finally.
Yeah, you guys are both killing it. We'll talk a little bit at the end, but you've got your podcast and your clothing line, and so much going on, and of course, Allie loves blog.
Yeah.
But let's get into last night's episode. It's getting better, right?
It's getting better, but I feel like the minute Krystal leaves, it's going to be very boring. Like, I don't know what it is. You know what it is? I think it is about the season is he's making out with every single girl. That this is what makes a great Bachelor, right? A Bachelor season is you fall in love with a couple. There's the romance, you fall in love with that, but there's also the drama, right? This season, I feel like we're getting some drama, but you're not falling in love with any of the girls yet.
I don't know who any of them are still. I don't even know. Honestly, I still call Krystal Kristen. I don't know. But I just feel like not only does he make out with everybody, he does it the same way, touches them the same way, looks at them the same way, smirks at them the same way, that you're not like, oh my God, I love them together.
Right.
You can't say that about anybody with him. And it's just frustrating to me because I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you only kiss somebody like that you love. And it's like, wait, you don't love her because you're kissing her too. Do you love all five of them?
I'm using the exact same words. It's fun. You were amazing. Oh, incredible.
I'm really glad you're here. He says that to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel bad for the guy because, first off, he really doesn't, he's not interested in doing press, and he really does just want to find his wife. But is there a part
Oh, really? He's not doing press?
No.
Oh.
Not a lot.
Well, maybe that's because the show's airing. After that could change.
He doesn't love press.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
So, okay,
Yeah.
but I've talked about it before, and, kind of upset Peter wasn't the Bachelor. I mean, do you think Peter would have been very different?
But Peter wasn't ready to get married, so why would we make him the Bachelor? That was bothering me. I'm like, what? That's so, if I was Rachel, I would have been pissed.
Exactly.
Do you think that Peter wasn't ready, though, or wasn't ready with Rachel?
Okay, that I don't know. No, you're right. You're right. You're 100% right.
I don't think that Rachel was the one for him, and she's obviously super happy and engaged to the right guy. So I think maybe it just wasn't right, So I don't know. I think that maybe Peter also wasn't ready to get. You've been in the Bachelor world. You get how weird it is, right? So maybe Peter wasn't ready to be set up that way.
Yeah.
He just seemed a little bit more traditional. But I don't know.
Maybe
But we got Ari.
But even
we got Ari.
Yeah.
Ari's a really nice guy. But if I have to watch him go in for a slow open mouth kiss one more time,
every time I would get him. I'm like, ugh. I can't watch it. I don't know why. It's too creepy old man for me.
So, yes,
he. Not that I'm saying he's a creepy old man. Just the way he does it. He's like,
no, I know. But speaking of old man, it felt like he was disciplining his daughter when he was disciplining Krystal last night.
Oh, I didn't like that one bit. First of all, everyone is allowed to get upset. I understand that completely. And maybe she handled it the wrong way, but I think he was just straight up rude to her. And she wasn't rude. She was just saying I was just really upset and hurt, and she's like, I'm sorry.
These are my feelings.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry.
I just maybe needed a minute, whatever, and he was just. I was like, whoa, when he was like, you should just stay up here tonight. I was like, if Nick ever said that to me, I would have been so mortified. I was like, I don't know how she's not hysterically crying. I would have been so blown away by that.
That's so interesting to hear you say that, because I looked at it a totally different way. I mean,
you did?
It's interesting now that I'm hearing the way you saw it. I agree. I would have been crying too. I would have been like, wow, this is really harsh. It's over.
Yeah.
But I feel like she acted so immaturely, so immaturely that how else do you respond to that? Then to say we took a few steps back, I don't, you're gonna stay here tonight, I don't want to see you again, type of deal,
Yeah.
And then she still didn't even listen to him and went up, we didn't see her actually see him. Who knows if she actually did?
Yeah, that was weird. I don't think she should have gone up. I think she should have waited, let it cool down. The next time she saw him, pull him aside and be like, listen, I just want, because I did that. Oh no, I had a night, girls.
Bring it back.
No.
Bring it back.
I didn't go to the rose ceremony. I was like, there is no way in hell I'm going to the rose ceremony.
Which
but honestly,
one?
You don't remember?
Were you napping?
Yeah, you took a nap.
No, I didn't take a nap. I chose not to go, and I chose to go to bed because I had an anxiety attack.
Okay.
From like something that had went on like kind of with Nick, but more with like production side. So I was just like, you guys are like rude, and I'm not going, and I'm so embarrassed. Like, I'm not gonna embarrass myself right now. So Nick had come up, and we spoke, and he was really understanding, and I'm so thankful for that. But the next time I saw him, I did apologize, and I was like, you know what, I'm sorry that I didn't come to your rose ceremony. I should have, like, no matter what.
But that's different. A lot goes on this behind the scenes with producers that we don't see. There was stuff on my season that I had issues with producers, and then it was aired like it looked like I was having an issue with somebody on the show, and that just wasn't the case. So that's totally different, and that's valid, and I understand that completely.
Well, I had explained it to him, and he was like, oh, okay, like, I get it.
But this was different. Yeah. Krystal threw a temper tantrum. I mean, that's what Becca said.
But she should have handled it differently, 100%.
And then even though she didn't handle it well, because I also understand, like you said, like people make, like do things they shouldn't. Everyone has a right to be upset if something hurts them. She had a right to be upset if she wanted to be upset about that situation. It's just the way she handled how she was upset.
Yeah.
After she threw her tantrum, because let's face it, we were kind of talking about this earlier. She seemed like she could have been a little drunk. There was a lot of beer being drank at that point.
I know about all that.
So
I know. We miss you and your champagne and your ITMs.
I know. It's so funny. Whenever I go to a restaurant now, they're like, I'll have water. They're like, you don't want champagne? I'm like, well.
But like, I feel that she, afterwards when she was talking to all the girls, like she just couldn't apologize. She couldn't just say like, oh my gosh, I was so immature. I shouldn't have gotten. She didn't even say I'm immature because that's a hard thing to admit. I'm really embarrassed with the way that I reacted. Like, can we move on? If she had done that, I think the girls would have been like, okay, cool, because they're honestly like a pretty understanding group of girls. I feel like, but she just couldn't stop defending herself and saying, well, I was her. You hurt everybody else. Like, you really, I don't know. If she had said,
like, I'm really sorry, like, I realize now I should not have acted like that, and I let my emotions kind of take control, and I just realized how silly that was, and I'm here now to apologize, I feel like everybody would have been like, okay, like, it's really stressful here, like, we get it.
But she has to make her dozens of speeches, and I'm over her.
Do you think her voice is real?
You apologized to Nick, right? You said the next day, you said, like, I'm sorry, this is why I had to stay up there. But,
of course.
So you had the wherewithal to apologize.
And I apologized to the girls, too.
Yeah, that's the difference, is that she is not doing that, even though she should own up to the fact that what she did was not right.
Exactly. So we alluded to she was upset because of the bowling group date. And can we just talk about the dates in Fort Lauderdale? Because they seemed horrible. Like, that car museum,
that's right by my house. It's so funny. Yeah, it was literally like right there. Like my parents live on the ocean, right, like literally right where they were filming. I'm like, oh, there's my house, there's my Publix. Like, literally.
Oh
so
my
it's
God,
so funny that they were filming there.
Have you been to the car museum?
There, they do bar mitzvahs there.
Shut up!
It's a bar mitzvah venue.
Okay, case in point.
Well, I just love cars.
That is true. That is true.
I didn't love that Tia got the super,
eating
southern
frogs.
date. Like, I wish that he kind of, like, I get it, okay, she does that stuff, but even she was kind of like, yeah, we do this in Hoxie, but cool. Like, I almost feel like she was even like, dude,
I'm a doctor now in
I'm
Little
gonna do
Rock.
other stuff. Like, I live in the city now. Like, I don't know. I just kind of wish that he hadn't taken
that dilapidated house with old weathered man.
So scared.
I know.
We all know I don't do well in the swamp or on a farm or anything like that.
I know. Oh my God.
Mortified.
I was bringing back memories of you and Taylor in that bayou. To this day, I just don't understand how that was a date. Like, how do you do that to us? Like, first of all, we could have gotten sick, okay? Like, that is not healthy. Like, I was so pissed. I was so pissed. I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm sorry.
So I'm guessing you wouldn't have been into the eating worms date last week.
Oh my God. Absolutely.
No, so let's quickly talk about Kendall, the taxidermist. So they eat the worms together and then they make out in
last week's episode.
Yeah. And then last night, explain the human head.
No, not even meat.
Human meat. I'm
So
sorry.
she has this book. This book.
Oh, yeah, the
I've been
questions.
telling her that, like, I tweeted her that she needs to publish this book because I will be her first customer buying it. If the one question that Ari picked out of 100 was that interesting, what are those other 99
my
questions?
God.
I have to know.
Yeah.
So anyway, the question being, if it was part of a tribe's like culture, would you eat human meat? And he was like, no. And she's like, oh, you wouldn't? I would. And
I would eat you. She said to him, I would eat you.
And then
she
they
said,
make out. Eat you.
Oh, she did? I thought she said, oh, I would totally eat you.
No, she said I wouldn't eat you.
I was
my
like, oh, that's
God.
bold. That is bold, woman.
Usually when you say that to the person you're trying to date, it means something totally different.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he has passion, at least physical chemistry with Kendall and 10
I
other
don't
girls.
think so.
Really? I think he finds her weird and he likes that because he's weird and a nerd.
I think that, what's the little pixie girl?
Becca.
Yeah, I think that he really likes Becca, but we already know it's not going to work out because of her age, and it clearly bothers him. But like, I was very surprised that he was like, not in it. Like, I didn't see him like being into a girl like that.
Yeah, so who do you think?
Do you know what I mean?
Who are going to be in the top 4?
It's hard to tell who he's into because he's like the girls are so different, you know.
Yeah.
And we said he's making out with everybody, so it's hard to tell.
Looking at them the same way, like you can't tell who he is like.
Yeah.
Like,
Really
oh, he really
vibing
likes
with.
her. Like, no, there's no like.
It's hard. Right now, I feel like it's like Becca with the long hair, Becca with the short hair, but though he might send her home earlier because of her age, Kendall and Tia. Those are my
Okay.
top 4 right now.
Okay.
So a lot of people have been tweeting me like, "What about Lauren B? Seems really into Lauren," and I'm the last standing
Snooze.
Lauren, as we like to say. But like, I don't see that at all yet. She hasn't even been on a
snooze
one-on-one
fest.
date.
She's
so.
like, what's your favorite color?
Yeah, her book of 100 questions wouldn't be as good as
No.
Kendall's.
How do you like your eggs?
This group of girls is just bothering me. I'm like, be
I know.
more interesting.
So compare it to your group last year.
We were just like firecrackers. I feel like we were fun. Like,
Yeah.
we all were different with him. Like, we all had our different relationships with him. Like, there were some that were more emotionally deep, and there were some that were more fun and silly, and some that were more sexually, like,
Charged?
yes. And here, there's just like no like
Yeah, it's monotone.
like lines between anything, and it's kind of just like, who do I like making out with the best?
Right.
What's funny, I thought Becca with the short hair was like a really interesting character on the show at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since she admitted her age, I look at her differently. Like, even though I knew she was 22 before, but ever since she told
Right.
Ari, it's almost like she's like acting different or like acting more her age a little bit.
I don't know. She's the voice of reason, I feel.
But I still love her. I think she's great.
Oh, I love her too.
She's great, yeah.
If she wasn't 22, I think she should be the next Bachelorette. But,
Exactly.
like, so I hope what they do with her is bring her back in a few years, like put her on
Paradise.
put her on Winter Games. But do you think she should go on Paradise? Or you probably don't recommend anybody go on Paradise.
I am fully a fan of Paradise. Listen, my situation was handled properly, and it's all good. There's no bad blood. I would go back to Paradise.
You would?
100%.
Oh my God, I'd love to hear that.
I know.
That's good to hear. Yeah.
Please do.
I know. Go back. We want more Corinne.
yeah,
More
and
champagne.
just watching them in the swamp last night, I was like, I miss Corinne.
Oh, I would have been really funny.
Yeah, you would have.
I just want to like go talk to the girls. I just want to like shake them. Like,
I know.
be more
Interesting.
interesting.
I know. So they go to Paris next week.
Yeah.
That's so fun. We got the end of the stick.
I
Excuse
know.
my language.
Oh, on my season of The Bachelor, which was a long time ago, we didn't even go anywhere outside of the country until like the top 3.
Where did you go again?
We did an RV up the coast of California.
No.
Oh yeah, and then
No.
so then I in San Francisco sent myself home. I was in the top 4. Then the top 3 went to an island somewhere.
Oh, you sent yourself home?
I sent myself home at the top 4. Yeah. Remember, I had to go home to my job because I worked at Facebook at the time and I loved it. But anyway, but yeah, we like everyone's like gets to go to these amazing places.
I know.
And I'm like, really? When I was
I
at the
went to-
Bachelor,
where'd you
I
go?
like went nowhere.
You went to a Wisconsin
I went to
farm.
the swamp, and I went to the farm, and I went to Bimini, which is literally my backyard in Florida. And
Yeah,
I'm like, I've been here 10 million times. I'm like, why?
Well, I know. I'm really jealous they got to go to Paris and I believe Peru, and not fair. But
one little thing,
they
this
got
is
more
like
money,
a
I guess.
stupid behind the scenes thing, but I feel like last night I saw it and thought, oh, people are probably wondering about this. Do you ever notice when the date card comes, all the girls are gathered around in one spot, and you're like, do they just hang out on the couches like really close together all the time?
It's like that like feeling that you get from like the environment, and you know a date card's coming, so you know to all just like
They
sit
don't tell
there.
you?
Oh, the producers told us. They're like, everybody get in here, go
They didn't
here.
say like there is a date card coming. They were just kind of like, all right, everybody, like let's like just chat, and we're like, okay,
like let's all
all
get
right,
together. 'Cause
waiting
we're-
for the knock, and it scared me every time.
Yeah, because I don't know about your season, but at least on mine, I'll be interested to happen on yours. Like, when the cameras weren't, like, right on us, directly rolling, or forcing us all to be together, we would break off in groups, or, like, you just want to go and be alone for, like, 10 minutes.
Just wanted
and,
a
like,
nap.
Yeah.
take a nap.
Tired.
No, I know. We hear that
long day.
constantly, but you got ostracized for taking a nap, but all you hear about is how exhausting it is, and I'm sure you weren't the only one napping. But
I just remember that day that Taylor was napping, and then she came over to me and she's like, you know, all the girls are really upset with you because you were napping. And I was like, girl, you were napping before I was napping, okay? Like, shut up.
Have you talked to her since the show?
Absolutely not. I don't have time for that.
Oh, no.
I wish her all the best. Just we're not.
Yeah. We're
meant
very
to be
different people.
friends.
Yeah. All right, we gotta end it at some point. But okay, what is your podcast called?
So random. Oh my God. Whoa. For a second, I was like, what?
It's so random.
It is. It's so random.
And then clothing line. What's up with that?
So I did a collab with Riot Society when I first got off the show with like all my like catchphrases, and I didn't think anyone was gonna buy it, and it blew up. And Urban Outfitters is interested, Tilly's is interested, and PacSun. So my clothes are now going into all these stores this year, and we're also talking to Zoomies. I mean, it's growing and growing and growing, and now we changed it to a whole branch of Riot Society called Riot Girls now.
Nice.
So I'm the face of that, and it's so exciting.
Oh my God,
That's
get
awesome.
it.
Congratulations.
And then where can we find your blog?
AllieLoves.com, LUVS. Yeah, I like blogged about like if you want more stuff, behind the scenes stuff from last night's episode, I blogged about it, and then I blog about all my mommy stuff, and catch me on Home and Family and Home Channel. Hey.
All right, thank you for tuning in.